Read this, and then I'm going to tell you about this gentleman. Our guest this evening is a performer who has entertained in 25 countries throughout the world, as well as appearing in countless movies and television shows, from The Tonight Show, several occasions, and Columbo. He has appeared in concert with Johnny Cash, Joan Rivers, Crystal Gayle, Reba McEntire, Charlie Pride, and others. In 1999, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame at the Tropicana Hotel. And he is a very good friend of mine, and someone who I have come to really admire and appreciate, and it's our Uncle Al. Al Lampkin. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Wow, what a great audience. Kind of makes me wish I had a better act. He didn't tell you I'm kind of excited. I just signed a 1-year contract with Columbia Records. Get any 12 CDs or cassettes I want for $1. Sal spoke about being a friend of his, and yes, I've been a friend of Sal's for, golly, over 20 years. And, the first time I came down here to do the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, I told Sal I was coming to California. He said, well, Al, don't get a hotel. I can come over to his house and stay. Well, by the time I got off the airplane and got to rent a car and got to his house, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't want to wake up his whole family, so I found a little pebble on the ground, and I threw it up at what I believed to be his bedroom window. Pretty soon, the gal opened the window. It turned out to be his wife, Penny. I didn't know her. I said, does Sal Palillo live here? She said, yeah, bring him in. It's interesting. I did a show last night down in San Diego, National Management Association, and driving back up here, I knew I wanted to be here for this show today, so I decided not to stay in a hotel down there, but to come up. And it was amazing on 101, the traffic, it was just going along at 85 miles an hour. It was amazing. I'm just following along behind him. Pretty soon I look at my mirror and I see a red light. I pull over, and a cop gets out, starts writing me a ticket. I says, why me? We're all going the same speed. He said, well, when I turned on my lights, you're the only guy that pulled over. Lesson learned. Boy, I'll tell you, lesson learned. He introduced me as Al Lampkin. Actually, I'm Charles Allen Lampkin III, which sounds like royalty. It's not. My sister's Charles Allen Lampkin II. But I just wondered, how many of you have never seen me perform before? Oh my goodness, look at that. How many of you are seeing me for the first time? About the same number. How many of you just don't care? Come on, that's it. I can tell. Good looking audience here, though. My goodness, a lot of pretty people, a couple of ugly ones. Don't look around. Beauty's only skin deep. Of course, ugly is clear to the bone, right? I read the Reader's Digest, 1 out of every 3 people are ugly. Can you imagine that? 1 out of every 3 people? Now, if you wonder how that affects your life, look at the person on your left. Then look at the person on your right. And if they look all right, bingo, you got it. Let me give you a little advice, though. Never pick a fight with an ugly guy. He's got nothing to lose, I'll tell you. But I live over in Burbank, and I know we have a lot of people here from Burbank. Yes, I remember this day. I live on a little street called Keeler, very interesting neighborhood. The other day I saw my neighbor had 6 penguins on the lawn. I said, why don't you take those to the zoo? He said, that's a good idea. Next day I saw him still had the penguins. I said, I thought you were going to take them to the zoo. He said, I did. Today we're going to Disneyland. Tomorrow we're going to Knott's Berry. I got a neighbor on the other side who's got a dog with no legs. I said, what do you call him? He said, it doesn't matter. He wouldn't come anyway. You're starting to look at me like I'm a little strange. I recognize that look. I want you to know I went to a psychiatrist. He said, Al, you're crazy. I said, I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly, too. I was an ugly baby. When I was born, a doctor slapped my mother. He used to diaper my face. I don't know, it's ridiculous. Of course, you should see my brother Lester burn his face bobbing for French fries. Now he's a criminal lawyer, because most of them are. My brother works for a law firm. He makes loopholes. Very clever attorney. He can look at a contract and immediately tell you whether it's written or oral. Last week he had a date with Siamese twins. I said, well, did you have a nice time? He said, well, yes and no. Yes and no. Want you to know I don't do this for a living. I have a regular day job. I have a paper route. The other night I went collecting, knocked on the guy's door. The guy came out and said, "Where's my money?" He said, "In the bushes where you throw the paper." So I had my lunch bin read my horoscope, said, "Make new friends, see what happens." I made 3 new friends, nothing happened. Now I'm stuck with 3 new friends. Got an uncle that died, left me a hamburger stand at Watts called Whitey's. Went to Las Vegas, reserved a room, forgot to reserve a bed. Finally go down to the room clerk, said, "How much it costs for a bed, or a room with a bed?" He said, $350 a night. I said, "Don't you have anything cheaper?" He says, "Yeah, but you got to make your own bed." I said, "That's okay." He gave me a hammer, nails, a few boards. I just worked a week at the Bellagio Hotel. A wonderful place. Beautiful. It's one of the finest in Las Vegas. Towels are so fluffy you can barely close your suitcase. First morning I was there, there was a knock at the door. I said, "Who is it?" He said, "It's the housekeeper. I want to come in and clean up." Opened door, she came in, took a shower, and left. But you know, I do want to say a word about Sal and all the work that he did for this banquet. Some of you might not know that he actually got here at 5 o'clock in the morning and started working on this dinner and this banquet. And he shouldn't even be here. I mean, he should be home in bed with that hepatitis he's got. So, I'm just kidding. We have no idea what he's got. My brother and his entire family have been in my house now for 2 weeks, and I'll tell you, nobody cooks like she does. Now, the army came close. Before she got there, my brother said, "Oh, her food is fit for a king." And I found out king, that's her St. Bernard. Here, king, here, king. It's ridiculous. Last night she took an hour and a half to make minute rice. And you ever heard of burnt jello? We now have the only garbage disposal in town that gags. And their kids, I took them all down to Disneyland, gave them each $100. Said, "Do whatever you want." They took a cab home. Oldest daughter, she's studying home economics. You know what that is, right? Lost the button on my coat, she sewed up the hole. Now, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I love my family. I'll tell you, we were very close. My brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad. We used to go camping together. We used to go hiking together. We used to eat out under the stars together. I was 8 years old before I realized we were homeless. My mom, she used to buy a lot of our clothes at a war surplus store. I mean, I looked ridiculous. Going to school, dressed like a Japanese admiral. You know, getting that ticket last night kind of reminded me of the story about a highway patrolman. He's driving down the road and he sees a car turned upside down. Pulls over, there's a man and a woman laying unconscious on the ground. He looks down there and there's a chimpanzee jumping around. He looks at the chimpanzee and says, "My goodness, what was that guy doing?" And the chimpanzee goes, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo." He was drinking. What was she doing? The chimpanzee goes, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo." I said, "Well, what were you doing?" "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo." Well, good, you like animal stories. Blind guy walks in the restaurant, he's got a C-night dog, gets inside, picks the dog up by the tail, swings him over his head. Maynard, he says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm just looking around." Oh, good, you're a sick audience, too. Guy walks up to the house, knocks on the door, lady comes out, he says, "Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, I feel really bad, but I was driving by in front of your house, and I ran over a cat, and I'm looking for the owner." She said, "Oh, no, what did it look like?" He said, "No, what did it look like before you hit it?" You know, I don't get much better than this. If you could relax your standards just for tonight, this is... Here's another one you might not care at all for either. You know why they tie babies' umbilical cord on? That's why you don't go... Guy's got a Great Dane, walks up, ties into a telephone post, goes inside a restaurant, sits down to eat. Pretty soon another guy comes in and says, "Who owns that Great Dane out there?" Guy says, "I do." He's mine. "What's wrong?" He says, "Well, my dog just killed your dog." "Your dog killed my dog? What kind of dog you got?" He says, "I got a Chihuahua." He Says the Chihuahua killed a Great Dane. How'd he do it? He said, well, I'm not too sure, but I think he got stuck in his throat. Two rabbits are running along being chased by a pack of wolves. One rabbit turns to the other and says, well, let's duck in that hole and we'll stay there till we outnumber them. The other one says, keep running, I'm your brother. Actually, I can tell you a lot of stories, but you know, one of the things Sal asked me to do tonight, he says, Al, why don't you resurrect that magic act you used to have? Because when I first started out in show business, before I got into movies and television and tour and so on and so forth, I used to do a little magic. So I'm going to do the trick that I based my entire reputation. I had magicians from all over the world come to me and ask me how I do it. Well, a few of them asked me why I did it. But here it is, the miracle of the torn and restored napkin. I want you to watch closely. If anyone can tell me how I do this, I'll give you my personal check for $1,000. Or about 2 cents in cash. So watch closely. The miracle of the torn and restored napkin. First of all, you tear it up. Then you push it into the hand. Push it all the way down inside the hand. Once it's inside the hand, here's where you get woofing powder. Woofing powder. I don't know what it is. The Magicians Union. They make us all do this. Silly way to make a living. Now, of course, we push it from the top, so naturally you pull it from the bottom. And there it is, the same napkin, the same fingers, the same magician, and the same tooth. Thank you for that spontaneous burst of heavy breathing. I should never let anybody sit on that side. They spotted this right away. See, this is a spare that I carry. In case I rip one, I always like to bring a spare. That's all we like. Didn't think I was going to be any good, huh? But magicians, whenever they perform and wherever they perform, it always seems that they have a charming and lovely assistant. And I thought today I would get the assistance of a pretty stranger. And, sir, you seem pretty strange. Why don't you come up here? Let's give him a nice round of applause for volunteering. Come on. Hi. Well, thank you very much for volunteering like that. Good. Just relax. Don't worry. We're not going to make any fun of you, okay? What is your name? Jeffrey. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jeffrey. Great, good. Now, Jeffrey, hi, Jeffrey. Okay, great. Now, what we're going to do is hi, Jeffrey. All right. Missionary, you can tell. Now, okay. I'm already a member. It's okay. All right, calm down. Now, never mind. In fact, sir, if you do me a favor, come on up here. Bring me that chair. Bring it up here. Which is? Do you work for the post office, sir? Maybe we can come a little faster. Good. Bring that chair. Bring it right around here. All right, good. Sometime today. That's it. Good. Right around, all the way around to the back there. That's it. Good. And put it right over here. Sometime today. That's it. Good. Good. Thank you very much, sir. Like a guy likes his nose well enough to underline it. That looks really nice. Jeffrey, if you be so kind, have a seat right here, hot seat. That's it. Good. Now, Jeffrey, let me ask you a question now. Where are you from?
Glendale, originally.
Sorry?
Glendale.
I heard you. I just said sorry. All right, good. Now, Jeffrey, what you and I are going to do is we're going to teach everyone exactly how simple magic is. I have a napkin. I'm going to make this vanish. Disappear completely. And all you have to do is catch me. Now, the rest of you are all backstage. In other words, you'll see how the trick works. Don't tell Jeffrey. Maybe we can fool him. Show business. Good. Now, Jeffrey, watch the napkin very closely. Don't take your eyes off the napkin, but don't tell him where it is. Watch. Where's it, Jeffrey? No, it's right here. See? All right, good. Now I'll try it again. But don't forget you all see it, so don't tell him where it goes. Jeffrey, watch that napkin very closely. Don't take your eyes off the napkin. Where's it, Jeffrey? No. Now, see, Jeffrey. They're loud. They can see where it went. See, Jeffrey, when I throw my hand over here, I throw it into my pocket. You understand how simple it is? You don't understand, do you? Glendale. All right, good. Let me see your glasses for just a second, Jeffrey. Maybe we got a little problem here with the sight here. Hold on to this end right there. Good. Now make a wish. Put it back on. Put it back on. Am I working too fast for you, Jeffrey? Watch the napkin. Don't take your eyes off the napkin. Watch it very closely, but don't take your eyes off. Watch it. Where is it, Jeffrey? Go ahead, point. Today. Now, I will admit, even though you can spot it, it's kind of difficult for Jeffrey to spot. I'll tell you what, I'll do something you can catch him with. Jeffrey, watch me. $1,000 a week act. All right, good. Take off your shoe. I'll try it with your shoe. That's it. Take it right out. Now, doing it with the shoe, Boy, you've been doing a lot of walking today, haven't you? You ever thought about being a kung fu fighter? I think you have deadly feet, let me tell you. Oh my goodness, look at that. Those are French shoes. Look at that. Those are Panets. Look at that. J.C. Panet. I see you're a golfer, Jeffrey. Congratulations, you got golf socks on. You got a hole-in-one there. Jeffrey, watch the shoe. Don't take your eyes off the shoe. Where's it, Jeffrey? Let's give him a nice round of applause, please. I think now at least y'all understand how simple magic is. It was a little over your head. But it's just a matter of me doing one thing here while you're watching over here. So if you watch right here, you'll probably learn how all the tricks are done. Then I'll be out of the job. Well, Jeffrey, if you'll be kind enough to step into my office right over here. Great, there you go. And sir, here's your chair back. Let's give my assistant a nice round of applause. Good job. You did a great job. Oh, you did a great job. Good, that's it. Yeah, good. Just pull real hard now. That's it. Good. Thank you. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Let me ask you a question now, Jeffrey. You ever helped a magician before?
Never.
Probably never helped another one, would you, Jeffrey? You're doing a great job. Have a sugar cube. Good. Now, Jeffrey, what we're going to do is we're going to try a little experiment now in ESP. Do you know what ESP is?
Extrasensory perception.
No. ESP. Entertaining simple people. Now, I have a pack of playing cards. These are playing cards.
Playing card.
Thank you, Gary. You take me on the tour with Reunion? Was I on key ever? So I'm over. Okay. I played that one time in Arcadia. They gave me the off key to the city. All right, now let me explain how this works. Put your arms down. You look like a broken pair of scissors. Now let me explain how this works. I have a whole gaggle of blue cards and only one red card. Now in a moment I'll show all of you what the red card is, and then Jeffrey, you're going to try to figure out what this card is in a very unusual way. So look at the card. Don't say it out loud, but in a moment Jeffrey's going to try to figure out the identity of this particular card. Now if you can't see way back there in the cheap seats, don't worry, because in a moment you'll understand how the game's played. Now, Jeffrey, step into my office. Turn right around here so I can see you. Hold it right there with both hands. That's it. And no fair peek. Now, Jeffrey, somewhere in this pack there is a duplicate of that card. Now, I'll take the cards from the top and put these on the bottom. Now, anytime you think I've come to the duplicate of that card, you just say stop. And, of course, if the two cards match, we've created a miracle. Now, they're laughing. They don't think you can do this. But I think you can do this. This is mind over matter, Jeffrey. So anytime... Oh, you want me to go back to this one? Jeffrey, for the first time, look at your card. Hold it up. Show it to them. Tell them what you got. What is it, Jeffrey? Hold it up. Show it to them. The four. A four. Jeffrey, where did you get a four of... Well, by golly, I said the two cards would match. And there is the four hearts. Hang on! Just asked me if you could do one more. Well, Jeffrey, I thought right now would be a great opportunity for you and I to try an experiment with a piece of rope. You have no lines, Jeffrey. I'll do the funny stuff. You just stand there.
Gotta do a rope trick.
I'll explain how this works, Jeffrey. It's very simple. Any fool can do it. All right. In fact, I'm just a fool that's going to do it. All right. Now, I'll explain how this works. Now, if you go ahead, you're going to need your hands. That's it. Good. Untie those. Hold them up by the ends, and I'll explain how this works. Now, if you'd like to try this, get 2 pieces of rope and cut them exactly the same length. I'll be using one of these pieces of rope, and of course, Jeffrey will be using the other. Bring that over here. That's it. Good. Now, with these 2 pieces of rope, whatever I do with my piece of rope will... Well, we'll cut this one in half, and then we'll have 2 pieces of rope the same length. So if we cut this in the middle...
Very close to the center.
think you better use a pair of scissors. Here you are, Jeffrey. Take those, cut through the middle, and then we'll have it. So they have to be exactly the same. Now, with these two pieces of rope, luckily I have another pair. Here you are, Jeffrey. Take those. No, stay right here. That's it. I didn't think they let you carry a knife since you killed that guy. All right, take that, cut through the middle, and what? Oh, just like this. Take them over, cut it right through the middle. Okay? Good. Right through the middle. It's my fault. I picked it. Fortunately, I have another pair. Here you are, Jeffrey. Take those, cut through the middle, and then we'll have it. So they've got to be exactly. I've been better off with him up here. Luckily, I have another pair. Here you are. Be careful. I'm running out of scissors. Take those, cut through the middle, then we'll have it. So they have to be exact. Ah! That's the finger, Jeffrey. That's the rope right there. By golly, he's got it. Let's give him a nice hand. Now we have 2 pieces of rope and only 2 pieces of rope, and we can go ahead and do the trick. Now, by golly, we've ended up with 3 pieces of rope. By golly, they're still pretty much the same length. 1, 2, 3. Well, we only need 2. 1 for Jeffrey, 1 for myself. Jeffrey, you take 1 piece and I'll take 1. Good. Now with the 2 pieces of rope. Your pocket looks silly standing there with that. Here, you might want to tell your friends about it. Drop them a line. All right, let's try this again. Here are the scissors. Be careful. These are sharp. Take these, cut through the middle, and then we'll have it. Good. I'll take those before you hurt somebody. It might be me. All right, good. Now the 2 pieces of rope. I'll be using one of the pieces. Well, see, Jeffrey, these have to be the same. This is a little longer than this one. Kind of even them up. Cut the long one off. Hold them right there together. Let the little piece just fall on the stage. Watch your fingers. Those are sharp. Now, with the 2 pieces of rope, I'll be using one of them. You cut off the wrong one, Jeffrey. See, this is long. This is short. You ever watch Sesame Street? That's long, short. All right, good. Let's try that again. Hold them right there. Cut the long one. Watch your fingers. Those are sharp. Now with... Obviously, I can't do the trick I originally intended to do. Put that in your pocket. Tomorrow you're going to wonder why you got such a big wick for your lighter. I'll do this, so I'll restore the 2 pieces of rope back into 1 piece. All I have to do is say the magic word, hocus pocus, down locus, fish bones, chocus, G-Lo Rigida. And the 2 pieces of rope are back together. Jeffrey, I'll hand you the magic wand. You wave over the knot. The knot will fall off. The 2 pieces of rope will go back together. Now on, no more tricks, miracles. Jeffrey, take the magic wand. Wave it over the knot, just like this. Don't forget, Jeffrey was sitting right over there. Never helped a magician before. Take the magic wand, Jeffrey. Take it, wave it right over the knot. This will... I think you killed it. We'll try the magic fan. Please, Jeffrey, be very careful. Just take it with both hands, open it all the way, fan it. This will cause the knot to fly out there. You catch it. Take that, wave it right over the knot. The knot flies off, the rope's back together. The applause is deafening, it's all yours. And don't forget, tomorrow, Jeffrey, you and I have a show in El Monte, and then we're going to move right down to Costa. Seeing these 3 pieces of rope reminds me of a story about 3 pieces of rope that went into a restaurant. They were going to have a meal together. And one of them walked over to the waiter and said, "Sir, can we get 3 hamburgers? 1 for myself and 2 for my friends?" Waiter said, now wait a minute, aren't you a piece of rope? He said, yes. He said, well, we don't serve ropes. This is a very nice restaurant. You're going to have to leave. He went back over to the table and said, look, I don't know what's wrong. He doesn't want to serve us. The other rope said, well, let me go talk to him. So he went over there, put a big smile on his face. Sir, can we get 3 hamburgers? 1 for myself, 2 for my friends. Waiter said, now wait a minute, aren't you a piece of rope? He said, yes. He said, well, I told you, buddy, we don't serve ropes. Now get out here. Go over to the table and said, look, guys get a little upset. I think maybe we better leave. I don't leave when you got here. Third piece of rope, so let me try. Tied himself in a knot, frayed his ends. Walked right over to the waiter and said, sir, can we get 3 hamburgers, 1 for myself, 2 for my friends? Waiter said, now wait a minute, aren't you a piece of rope? He said, no, I'm afraid not. I want you to know that's the joke that kept me out of the big time all these years. But you'll use it, you'll use it. I want to finish this portion of the show by teaching you all a very simple trick. One you can learn how to do, go on a stage and make $52,000 a week, like Jeff and I do. Or maybe go home and fool the mailman. But this is the miracle of the orange handkerchief. Now, if you'd like to try this, get a handkerchief, actually any color, any size, but small enough so it'll fit all the way down inside your clothes fits. Once it's inside, here's where you say some magic words like hocus pocus. And believe it or not, the handkerchief vanishes, and there instead is an egg. Where's the handkerchief go? The handkerchief goes into the pocket. Don't try to make up. Tell by that spontaneous burst of apathy that you're ahead of me, so I'll explain how it works. See, actually, this is a hollow egg, and you have 2 handkerchiefs. It is so simple that any fool can do it. Now, if you'd like to try this, get 2 handkerchiefs, hide one of these down in your pocket or in your purse, somewhere where no one knows that this handkerchief even exists. Now, this is a wooden egg. Whoops. Put it down in your pocket. Make sure you don't have glue on your hands. Wad it up really good. Put it down inside. Now, this is a wooden egg. It was laid by a decoy duck. Trick's not much, but the pattern's fun. Take the handkerchief, push it all the way down inside the hollow wooden egg. Once it's inside, here's where you just turn your body. Hold your thumb right over the hole. Reach down here and get out the other handkerchief. And, of course, you too will be greeted by that spontaneous burst of apathy. Now, if you'd like to show this to your friends, make sure that you hold your thumb right over the hole, or they'll see it's a hollow wooden egg. Unless you can do a little bit of real magic. Say the magic word, North Hollywood steak, and believe it or not, there's the egg. And I thank you very much. Hey, you're great! I appreciate that very much. You're a wonderful audience, but you know, tonight's show, there was something missing. When I do this show in Las Vegas and when I go to corporate events, I usually have a big orchestra that lays me off at the end. And no such orchestra existed. And I thought, well, tonight, if there's no orchestra, maybe we could form one, because I know North Hollywood's got all this musical talent. Let me just try an experiment here. Let me just do it up on the stage real quickly. That's it. Come on, you can come up here too. Third, I didn't mean to wake up, never mind. Come up here, come up here. Come right up on the stage. That's it. Great, we've already picked on you. That's all right, good. Up here. Get up there. Great, good. I thought the state president here a minute too. I wouldn't use Gary, he's got too much talent. Oh, where did state president go? I have a very big part. President Smith, come, I have a very big part for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to do fine. Come on up here, yes. Oh, you can, okay. That's a good reason, All right, come on up here. I need you right now. Come on, that's it, good. Let's give these people a nice round of applause, huh? We're going to have a now, President Smith, I have a very big part for you. I need you down the other end. Come on down, walk this way. Walk this way. That's right, talcum powder. Good. Come on, right on. Scoot around right down here. Scoot right down in here. Haven't seen you for a long time. How you been, huh? Good, great, good. Move right on down. That's it, good. Now we're going to try to use the orchestra. Now, what is your name, by the way?
Steve.
You must work for Disney, don't you?
No.
You do not? You have a Mickey Mouse tie?
I have a Mickey Mouse tie.
How they couldn't guess your weight, huh?
Guess not.
What is your name again? Tell me?
Steve.
Steve, all right. What do you do for a living?
I work in healthcare in a hospital.
Okay, do you have the vaguest idea where you are tonight? All right, good. Stay right there. Hi, what is your name?
Sylvia.
What instrument do you play, Sylvia?
I don't.
You don't? Well, why did you volunteer to come up here?
Because I like you.
Oh, you're such a charmer. You're such a charmer. Listen to this. Flattery will get you anything you want. Hi, what is your name?
Joan.
Joan, hi. And you're looking out there, you're not even looking at me. I don't blame you. Have we ever met before?
No.
You look kind of happy about that. Relax, Joan. We're not going to make any fun of you. Don't worry. Hey, tall, good-looking guy. What's your name?
Dick.
Dick, I know that. But they don't know you. What do you do for a living, Dick?
I'm a retreader.
You're a retreader. You sell cars or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Back in the old
Did I
days.
say you one?
You might have. That's why I got you up here, because I remember you. I don't forget things. I don't forget things. Here's a tall, good-looking guy I've known for a long time. How you doing, man?
Great.
Some people might not know who you are. Tell them your name.
Dr. George.
Doctor. You're not a doctor, are you? No, I didn't think so. I went to a doctor. I said, I'm having trouble with my memory. Made me pay in advance. All right, you just stay right there. All right. And don't worry. President Smith, we have a big part for you. And I know what you do. I know what you do because you sell hot dogs. Because we got some of them today. In fact, it reminds me of a guy. He went into the store and he says, give me a pound of Polish sausage. Guy says, are you Polish? He said, what do you mean am I Polish? If I asked you for German sausage, would you ask me if I'm German? No. If I asked for Italian sausage, would you ask me if I was Italian? No. Why is it that you ask me, because I asked for Polish sausage, if I'm Polish? He says, because you're in a hardware store. You heard that many times, didn't you? Never before. All right. President Smith, our glorious state president. That's an interesting thing. I hope your company doesn't go broke, because I know that your wieners, you try to make both ends meet, and that's a tough job. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of our orchestra up here, huh? Give them a nice round of applause. Now we need some instruments. We need some instruments. I got some right here. Got some right here. This is a special for the North Hollywood State, too, by the way. You know what this is? It's a low jack for a cow. Sound like your key, Steve? You don't have any keys, do you? All right. You had keys, you wouldn't be up here. And you like me, so you got my favorite bell. You got my favorite bell. You guys are going to play a medley. You're going to play a song. You're going to just play me right off the stage, and it's going to be just so wonderful. Oh, man. You guys are just the greatest. You guys are the greatest. And President, don't worry. You have a very big part. A big part, but a very small bell. All right, here's how this is going to work, folks. I'm a big star. I need this orchestra. I'm counting on you. When this audience right here, they're going to applaud. They're going to play me off. They're going to just be thrilled. But it's all up to you guys, all right? Now, when I point my hand at you like this, you ring the bell. Steve, go ahead, try it. No, you just keep ringing. Why don't you? Not yet, but you have a very big part. All right? Good, good. Stay there, President. You have a very big part. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the North Hollywood bell ringers now are going to play a dynamite performance of when the Saints go marching in, or when the cows come marching in. I'm not so sure. Okay, you ready for this? I'm going to be the band leader. Don't forget, President Smith, you have a very big part. Don't miss your cue. All right? Here we go. Good. Keep it ringing, keep it ringing, keep it ringing, keep it ringing, keep it ringing. Now, President, now! Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. There they are, the North Hollywood State bell ringers. Put your bells on the table right there. March on off the stage here. The stairs are over here, that's it. Give them a nice round of applause. I know, I worked you hard, President Smith. You guys are the greatest. Thank you very much, and I'm counting those bells. Thank you guys are great. You guys are a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I enjoyed being here tonight. See you all later. Good night.